It's a good day to you all. My name is Daniel and you're watching the checkup. Today in the studio I've got a special guest and we are going to discuss about why do we hate and why is it that it seems like a right thing to do. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for letting me have this wonderful opportunity. My name is Fred, and I am 36 years old, located in Harare, and it's a wonderful opportunity for me to be here. Thank you very much for letting me be on the show. So, how's everyone back home? Well, you know the usual. They are all good, and they are really excited watching me being on this program.
So Mr. Fred, please tell us, why do we hate?
Well, the thing is, when it comes to hating people, we are led by our emotions, and our emotions always get through in our reputations because we let them lead us somewhere that we are not meant to go. So we end up hating some things, certain things that we shouldn't be hating. For an example, we hate ourselves, we hate other people because there are certain things that we are seeing in life. We are being led by emotions through the darkness, but we need to help those emotions to be lightened up so that they could bring us somewhere that is the position that we have to get. So by hating, it's not that we are doing this by intentionally, but because our emotions are running, spreading around our body, sometimes we just forget about certain things that are important. And sometimes we end up being the ones crying over those things. We searched for trouble, we found trouble, but we couldn't fix it. And we end up hating ourselves. But most of the time, when it comes to hating, we are hating the ones that we love, the ones that are sticking through our hearts. They are the most ones that we start to hate. We still haven't found the reason why, most of the time. Why do we love to hate? But the reason why we hate is because we are being led by our emotions. Certain things are going out of control. People need help to control certain stuff. But we can't just let go of certain things.
What do you think must be done in order to fix these kind of mistakes that people are making nowadays?
It's a good question, but it's really hard for us to say we have to fix a situation like this. Because certain people trying to tell them what you're doing is wrong, they don't understand. Some of them could act like this. Nobody tells me what to do. And so where am I going if people are doing like this? I can't control that kind of a person. Because that person got too much pride in themselves. And that is one of the things that is killing us as humans. Pride is leading us to nowhere. And that is something that we need to fix by ourselves. So for us to kill this hating thing, we need to let go of pride. That is the only way. But because pride lead us too much, we ain't going anywhere. We need to let go of pride. So for us to do these things, we need to stop doing some actions. The ones that are making us do bad things, but face reality and tell it the truth. Because most of the people, we are lying about those certain things. So if we face reality and tell it the truth, because what most people are doing right now is really bad and it's killing the generation, and the future is being determined by those things. So we need to control ourselves before we head on into something. Take the steering and take control. Keep your mind steady and think for the better stuff in the future. Because for our generation, we end up blaming them. But we are the ones who are killing those generations. We need to fix them and look up to our mistakes and learn sometimes that we make some mistakes. So how do we fix those mistakes? We do not hate, but we come together as one and combine something.
You are still watching the checkup. Please join us after the break.
Okay, Classy, we're gonna go over yesterday's test questions. Eh, eh, eh. E, e, e. Oh, oh, oh. Hi, boyebo.
Except Foka, you look stressed, man. What's wrong? Eish. Mfethu balitest mara ngifundanga. Manje ngifilile. Mangifike ekhaya. Uyongishaya umama. Mfethu balitest mara ngifundanga. Manje ngifilile. Mangifike ekhaya. Uyongishaya umama. Mfethu all. My answer wami bheka wrong. Yeah, uthi all. My answer wakho bheka wrong.
Problematic Productions.
Ayishaya mina mangifika ekhaya. Nah, I'm not gonna attend class. Ke tlo dula mo go fitlela after school. Here's Butle. How did she sing?
Oh, Casper, dala batshela nawe kuthi uyabhanga mina nawe siyahamba siya ku-principali samtshela ukuthi uyabhanga. Oh,
Ask Coco Saka skin Sam. Please don't tell principal. If you don't, I'll regular cold drink ya 2 liter. Little chips with tomato sauce. Little chips with mustard sauce. Little chips with chili sauce. Or is that too much sauce? Too much sauce.
Welcome back. You are still watching the checkup. My name is Daniel, and we still have our guest telling us why do we hate. And he said the reason why most of us people hate is because of our emotions. So, Mr. Fred, please tell us how does this affect us as humans when it comes to hating people?
It does really affect us a lot, because I'm saying that I hate some friends with me, but because there's a time we ourselves, we don't know why humans will really do this. If a person tells me something, but because I want my own things to be done first and people to trust me a lot, things doesn't go the way we expect it. So the way it affects me is that I start to think other things and say these people, so this is what they've been thinking all of a sudden. They never really took time to support me. But those people, they do really support me. But because I'm too stupid to say it, I end up saying, these are my enemies. But they are not your enemies. They love you a lot. But because you are not finding a way to see those things, you'll never understand it. If you try to live your life on your own, things can be tough. Sometimes you just pretend saying, my life is good. But you have a lot of things in your mind that you're keeping, and you need someone to tell about these things. But because you're trying to keep secrets and you don't know who to trust, but you are not searching for a person that you could trust for, you're just saying nobody's perfect. Yes, nobody's perfect, including you. You won't be perfect. There's a time that people say, I'm not perfect for myself. Now, by saying that, you are affecting your brain, including the heart, and you end up blaming people. They are the one who caused it. But you're the one who caused it. How? By thinking the wrong things at the wrong time.
What do you think that must be done in order to fix this kind of a mess that people are making every day?
All that we need to do is think before we act and get help from other people and get to tell us what we are doing is wrong or right at that time. You don't have to correct yourself every time by doing things by yourself. You need someone's help. You need someone's hand to know that I'm doing something right. So what we need to learn is that sometimes we need to open our hearts and get to know that it's time I let go of some things. Open our mind, refreshen up. That's why sometimes we got to be told that you don't have to stay at a certain place because it affects us a lot. So all I have to do is just find something, a hobby, and get to tell myself, this is something that I'm gonna do the rest of my life. Once I find a hobby to do, I got everything with me. I've got nothing to lose because I know it's something that is going to keep me entertained, cozy, and it makes me calm down, especially in terms of getting scared or maybe I'm angry with things. So it helps me to chill. For example, when it comes to me, I listen to music because it's something that always makes me feel more comfortable and get to release my emotions and tell people the way that I'm feeling. That's why I love music sometimes. So find yourself something that you know, once I start doing this, everything will be fine and I'll keep everything in order. That's how I do my own things. So find yourself a hobby and know that you got your life in a perfect way. That's all.
You are still watching the checkup. Please join us on the third and final segment.
Ghost Party 2. Britney Vines, aka the Antoy guy, aka Ghost. Ghost Party 2 coming. One of the most chitinda shy in some big face. Sada. And then Slack shy, but you don't know what you need to be seen. Rimantari chag. I never take
Babe, ande tinorara.
Ndikumbonatira babe.
It's a good idea timbonatira. Baby, uri kunatira nemugomo weKFC. Ndo chinyima kudariyo.
Chibhala.
Uoga. Ngotinatire. Tinatire tese baby.
Andikwanisa upenye ukutsindira kundifadze ningi my life goes on and my life is good.
Welcome to the third and final segment of the checkup, where we are discussing about why do we hate as human beings and how does it affect us in our lifetimes. So, Mr. Fred, tell us, in order for us to understand that we do make mistakes, how can we see that?
Well, it's really simple actually, because all you have to do is that just count those times that you've been making a mistake, and you get to understand that for this whole time I've been making mistakes, but I still have those same people that have been telling the wrong things, and they are still with me, and they are still supporting me from everything that I do. If I still make a mistake, they're trying to correct me and make me do the right thing. So all that you have to do is that understand that I've been doing this mistake, but I still have people by my side. So there's no reason for me to lose those people, because I've seen their true colors. The way they stand by me is something that nobody's ever done for my life. So I only have to stand by them. That's how you get to know that mistakes, they are not intentional, but they are really mistakes.
So how do we move on from those mistakes that we are making?
Don't think about it. Just move on. And you get to understand that what I've been thinking for a long time right now was wrong. I need to let go of these things and think about other things that are very important than what I'm thinking right now. And get to know that without making mistakes, I wouldn't be here where I am right now. So getting hurt sometimes, I'm not saying that we should get hurt, but it makes us move on, makes us much more stronger. We need pain to understand what is life, but don't make it as something that is fun to do and get to know that you are hurting people by those emotions. Let go of some emotions, because it destroys the generation of our tomorrow. So we just need to understand that we make mistakes, and the reason why we gotta hear those things is because our emotions. So we just only have to understand that we make mistakes and we have to move on, and that is something that we need to keep on doing every time we make a mistake. And just understand that hearing doesn't solve anything, but it just only make things worse for our lives. And just move on. You got yourself and others got you too. Never hate people because of your emotions. Just keep your straight mind up, and you get to see life can be fun. Even though sometimes you get to be lonely, but don't let those emotions control over your life.
Well, time flies very fast. Thank you, Mr. Fred, for joining us today and telling us for us how to move on and not to hate people. Thank you very much for joining us on the checkup.
Well, you are welcome. Thank you for letting me have this wonderful time that I had today on the program. Thank you.
So that was Mr. Fred, who was telling us why do we hate and how do we get infected by hating people. From the crew behind the scene, my name is Daniel. Goodbye.
This program was proudly brought to you by Falling Star Production and MS.